Simone. You just saw some of the... No, you didn't see anything like that. Ah. Yeah, then why you tell me say I just see it if I don't see it yet. We're talking about the top festival songs over the decades because you would have heard myself and Sim, we were talking about this morning that there is not going to be a festival/popular song competition this year. I know in 2013 we never had one then either. Mm-hmm. I am not too certain, but if I listen to what my co-host said, it's because the songs sent in this year were not of a caliber I suspect that would have been expected. And because of that, we're not going to have one. So let's look at some of the big songs over the years. And then we will talk with Tommy Cohen, who was part of a group that won very, very early. And then we'll talk with a man who's won about 4 times.
400.
So where are these?
This year, you hear the people sing, boom, boom, ba ba boom, 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 festival, boom, boom, ba ba boom, 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 festival, boom, boom, ba ba boom, 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 festival, boom, boom.
Sweet Jamaica is now on the move. Help me with my song and let the people them come sing along. Take up your cutlass, your shovel and your hoe. Take up your books, then people let us go. Call out the youth and brother, let us show. Sweet Jamaica, we really want to grow.
I'm a born Jamaica, I'm a son of the sun. I love the sea, I love the sun, Lord, I love this land. Don't matter where I go, Jamaica is my home. I love the girls, coconut water and white rum.
I trained him got the visa, but he couldn't get no work. Cold bus him shut him off, he come back a yard. Jamaica, I'll never leave you again. I love you, I'll never leave you again. Jamaica, I'll never leave you again. I mean it, I'll never leave you again.
Jamaica, our homeland, given from our father's hand. To him we give the glory and praise continually. So give thanks and praises. We are 25. Though we did walk through the valley of the shadow of death, still we survive. With our hand in the hand of the Father, our country will stay alive. So give thanks and praises. We are 25.
Give me back my sweet Jamaica, me island in the sun. Give me back my sweet Jamaica, so we can have some fun. Give me back my sweet Jamaica, me land of sugar and rum. Give me back my sweet Jamaica, me little island in the sun.
Look at Kingston Harbor, how they polluted with waste, destroying our lives and natural beauty. Look how they polluting the environment. Them a pollute the place with all of them waste. Me no want it a bug round me. Them a pollute the place with all of them waste. Me no want it a bug round me. The Highland boom, Jamaica Highland boom, yeah. The Highland boom, Jamaica Highland boom, oh. The Highland boom, Jamaica Highland boom, yeah. The nation boom,
is brought to you by
National Cream Crackers. No better country, no better cracker.
All right, so over the years, and a couple of the gentlemen are with us this morning, one physically, one on the phone. Roy Ryan, 4-time winner, and on the phone, a member of the Jamaicans, Tommy Cohen.
Boom.
Thomas
boom.
Crown, Wagwan.
Hey, bless indeed.
Tommy Cohen, I call him the Thomas Crown affair, and Roy Ryan beside us.
Yes, Roy and Simone is here.
Yeah, let me start with you, Tommy. I don't know if you've heard the reasons we're not having a festival song this year, but what are your feelings about that? That it happens almost every year. I said earlier in 2013 we never had one. Not too certain the reason for that either, but what are your feelings about the fact that we're not going to have a festival song?
Well, what I've heard is that it's been cancelled this year because of the low standards of the songs that were sent in for the competition. Now, when you have a competition or you have a festival that lasts over so many years, since 1966, every festival in the world, you find that there comes a time when you have to reorganize, redesign, and just to make sure. I think in 2013, Minister Hanna had also canceled that year. This is not the first time. But I believe that if you want to preserve a thing such as the Festival Song Competition, and you do not want to fall into like mediocrity kind of a situation, I think this is necessary at times.
Yeah.
Because else you'll find yourself sliding down. And there has to come a time when to make it more relevant and to have the people's interest, you have to stop, wheel and come again. And redesign, look at who you're trying to attract to it. How do you get people involved? How do you get people's attention? How do you get their interest? And to go back to the original intent of the celebration, what it was meant for.
I want to ask Sir Roy, who is sitting
with that, really.
Yeah, you seem to have found the formula, Sir Roy, 4 times over. We're talking on set, you're saying is really
teamwork.
It started as a writing competition, so you have to write a good song before you can.
It's a right. Apart from it's a writers competition. Also, I'm going to not JCDC, we almost not JCDC, and knock other persons. But as Tommy was saying, anything in the world, you're going to have good times and you're going to have bad times. But it's how you fix it. Sometimes I think the tampering thing, call it different names, change, and I believe the thing that writers competition, then you bring in good singers. What used to happen over the years, when I entered, as much as I was out there, I was doing the circuit, doing very well. It is Winston Meritone Blake on that final day who actually gave me that nudge and said, "No man, that youth are wicked enough, Basically, if you weren't good enough, you couldn't be on the competition. And I must be honest with you, some of the persons I see there, you have I believe you have too many amateurs sometimes. I'm not saying person must get a break. If you're an amateur and you're good and you're solid, put you up there.
Right.
But I believe if you're not ready, don't put you up there.
So you think the gatekeeping got kind of loose over the years and it's watered down a little bit?
Yes.
Yeah.
Again, as I say, I am for giving because if it wasn't a Winston Blake who said, no, Roy is good enough to join all those persons because you had to prove that you had 2 recordings and at least 2 or 3 recordings. I only had 2. Right, so it was based on the quality of my performances on the circuit. Why I got in. So that also we need to fix.
Yeah. So you've heard them over the years, the entries over the years. Both of you gentlemen, how do you think we've been doing? I think I kind of got a feeling from what you said that too many amateurs were getting through. You think it got to a point where we needed to have these breaks?
I also, there's something we must clear, and then now. As I said, I spoke to JCDC. I'm going to speak to the media.
Yeah.
I, as a child, got up and heard the songs on radio. After a time, you would see the performers' faces all over the newspaper. So therefore, it was wall to wall. The songs used to play every single solitary day. So therefore, let us have for 6 weeks. So therefore, everybody would have known the song. It cannot be fair for JCDC, who don't have a radio station. You're going to blame them for not playing the songs that, and so I would get up and we preach patriotism. What happened to your local patriotism? Okay, the big money, we understand. So you have to pay your bills, but you can't do it for 6 weeks again. What about doing it for 3 weeks in the name of patriotism to keep the thing going? Because that is what, if you don't hear the song, you can't know the song.
Right.
So some of the songs, I wouldn't say they are as great as some of those. Some of the songs are reasonable. The song Real Born Jamaica, Nazaman sang that one last year, but guess what happened?
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows the song. And if you don't hear the song, you can't know the song.
Tommy, I heard what you said before. If we're supposed to have it every year, how we fix this?
Yeah, well, of course, I know Roy mentioned something there, because in the earlier days, the artists who actually enter the competition, the Makers, the Desmond Decker, the Aces, there are people like Derek Morgan. I mean, as a matter of fact, you had
Bob Marley,
Rita Marley,
the likes of even Bob Marley and the Wailers.
Yeah.
Because Nice Time was an entry into the festival that didn't make it. Because, it came, the festival went on until a man came on called Cheerio Baby. And he was an unknown. Straight, nobody knew the name. But the song was such a smash that it hurt a lot of the established singers. However, just like everything else, when you look at it and you even look at the other festivals around, even today when you look at Sumfest is in itself is a redesigned Sunsplash in its own right. So you have to really look at it and see now how you can really get back to that interest of times. And even, we do a thing called Fun in the Sun, and we had to start doing it every other year.
Yeah.
In a way, because we had to keep designing the thing to make it into an interest and to keep the interest alive.
Keep it relevant.
So,
all right.
Yeah, so I think right now, with what the minister has done, and she herself is quite a strategist, because I remember back in 1982, I think, when she was the director then of the JCDC. And what had happened the year she came in, because I was on the committee then, the year before that, the festival songs were really down. There was an attendance of 3 tickets sold at some theater for people to go and watch and look at it. And she redesigned it, put it on the outfield. I remember she going to Savlamar, Landilo, and she went into Nigwil and other places. And instead of cutting down, she make it bigger. But people now got attracted to it because they say, whoa, can they put the festival song competition in an open field like a big festival? And then thousands of persons turned out.
Yep.
And I think Rascali came along with his song, Jamaica, I'll Never Leave You Again.
Yep. Tommy, I have to jump in. I have to jump in, Tommy, because unfortunately we have to go. Thanks for joining us this morning. Be safe when I see you when you come home. All right? Thanks for coming.
What's that?
Where do we see you, sir, soon?
I have the Bank of Jamaica Lunch Hour Festival, and you're going to see me
on the circuit over the next couple of months.
On the circuit. Yes. But quickly, Jamaica, the festival song is the pulse, is the metronome of independence. You need that.
All right. 4-time festival song winner, Roy Ryan, and member of the Jamaicans, who won back in 1967.
Okay, good.
Thank you.
Coming in now. All right, time for a bit of magic after the break.